Hey guys, episode 35 of KIRAKIRA PRECURE was a very heartwarming experience. Two characters that I dearly love were the center of this episode, which were Himari and Aoi, and I think they're actually my favorites. After Yukari, of course. Yukari is my number one, and you guys know that. So it was very happy. I was very happy and I was very excited for this episode because I think that Himari and Aoi, they're like my second and third favorite characters. I don't know which one of them I like the most, but I really like both of them and I really think they're amazing characters. And I was very happy with this episode because it was really good and we finally had a good Himari episode because it was lacking in this season. I think Aoi always has good episodes, and her episodes usually are the best, one of the best episodes, but Himari episodes are very weak. But this one wasn't, and I'm very happy because of that. So the plot of this episode, it ended up becoming very background. Like it wasn't very important, but it was important for the setup of those situations. So we had an event, and Aoi had to attend this event because she's the Tategami family household name. So she had to go, and so she brought Himari with her because Himari is a fan of one of the patisseries that was going to work in this event. So it was very interesting because we know Aoi as a specific type of character, which is the relentless character who screams loud, who talks loud, who has no manners. And we have Himari, who is very shy and quiet. She has lots of manners, and they're both very different. But Aoi, being part of a very noble family, she knows how to act properly. So she does that in specific situations, and that's what she did in this episode. But that actually created some strange scenes for Aoi that I'm going to talk about later because they happened later in the episode. But it was nice to see her with such glamorous acting because it's so out of character. Not out of character in a bad way, but I mean, we see so little of this part of her, but this part of her exists, and this part of her is very important to her because it actually fulfills a role in what she has to do so that she can continue doing what she loves, which is the rock band and the kirapati, and her participation in kirapati. Because by doing those things and by also taking part of those classes of the etiquette classes, I think that she's free to do whatever she wants. So she is very good at it. She learns those things very fast and she can act like it. So people questioned a little bit of her personality and how she's in a rock band or something, but she can really play the part of this special little princess that she has to be because of her family. So there are lots of interesting situations. There were very cute situations and interactions between Himari and Aoi. But I think that it was a little strange when Himari lost her notebook. I mean, it was so out of place. I mean, that's something so important to her. How did she lose that like that? I mean, the scene itself didn't really explain to us how she was able to lose that in such an easy way and not paying attention to that. But I have kind of a theory. At that moment, Himari was being part of a situation that made her very shy. We know that Himari is a very shy person and she doesn't have much confidence in herself. So it was interesting because people approached her, and when she told them she was just a simple girl, she wasn't part of the Tategami family or she wasn't anyone special, they just left. So I think that made her so vulnerable, so fragile, that she simply she lost track of what she was doing. She was in line to talk with that special patissier that was there but she couldn't talk to him. She completely lost track of what she was doing because of that situation, because of that confrontation. And that brought so many things to her mind, like, why am I friends with Aoi, such a cool person, and she's so different from me, and I'm such a simple girl. Why is she friends with me? Why are we friends? I can't understand this kind of situation. And it was nice because she was all alone. She found a special place for her, and so that she could think about things. And she summoned her little squirrel. So that little squirrel was very cute because they have very similar personalities. It was so cute the way it acted. And when they found when the squirrel found the lion, and when Himari found Aoi, they both had very similar reactions. They were very shy and they couldn't really talk. They couldn't really express themselves. So Himari wasn't really understanding, and she was very confused as to why she was friends with Aoi. Why was that possible to a person like her? And that's understandable, especially if you're a shy person, if you are someone who doesn't really have much confidence. When you have friends, sometimes you wonder, why is that person friends with me? I have nothing special. I have wondered this so many times in my life when I was younger. So it's really, really relatable when Himarin does that. And then Aoi got together with her, and then she told, look, let's look for your notebook. Stop being like that, and let's look for your notebook. And then they were able to find the notebook, and then Diable appeared, and Diable is becoming stronger. That's also very interesting. But and Diable just created a whole situation in which Himarin and Aoi, both of them were seen as bad because of what happened. They were being blamed for what happened. And that's a problem that I have. Everybody was acting in such violent way, in such a rude way, and they didn't notice it was because of Diable. I mean, it happened in 2 episodes prior to this one, and they still they couldn't figure it out. They thought it was just a simple, normal reaction of noble people. And we know that sometimes they can be very judgmental. But I was like, why aren't you girls noticing that Diable is actually part of this? But they didn't notice it at all. They were so into the situation that they didn't notice. And then I think that was a very special moment in which Aoi went there and she defended Himarin, but she actually tried to take the blame for herself. And I didn't really understand that, because I know she was trying to be noble, she was trying to be a simple tategami girl, but that's not Aoi. And I really doubt Aoi would let a situation like that slip into her, out of her control, and she wouldn't try to fight back with words because she is a very good talker. I have no idea why. But then Himarin also went there, she went up on stage, and then she just shined. I mean, the way she talked about Aoi and the way she talked about Aoi's personality and why she loves Aoi so much, it was really nice and it was really cute. So that moment was very special. I got teary-eyed in that moment. And then again, when the fight started against Diable again, it was Aoi's turn to talk about Himani, and Gelato talked about custard, and I got emotional again. That was very beautiful. It was so nice when they started talking about each other and they started praising each other and telling why they love each other so much and why they're friends and why they like being friends of each other. And I just loved it. I really, really loved how things went. So the fight was a little strange. Diable is getting stronger, and I love when Himarin uses her love for sweets in fights. I love that. I really like those kind of things in KIRAKIRA Precure, because KIRAKIRA Precure is not using physical fights as other Precure seasons, so they have to use those kind of things to make fights interesting. The past episodes, and the fights were not very good, but this one had something different in it, and I really liked it. So Himari was able to use her knowledge to create a nice power, and she was able to make Diablo weaker so that they could use their group power to defeat it again. But Diablo is getting stronger. I think things will get very interesting soon enough. Not next episode, because next episode we have another plot, but I think that when Diablo gets full power again, things will get really, really strange for the girls, because they will have to figure something out. They will have to become way stronger than they are now. And I don't know how that's gonna happen, but that's probably going to be when they're getting the power up for this season. So let's talk about this episode. Leave a comment if you like Himari and Aoi as much as I do. Let's talk about their feelings. Let's talk about their relationship, which is amazing. I am loving them way more right now. I loved the butler's phrase at the end of the episode, in which he said, like, I can understand why you are, even though you're so different, you're so similar. And I love that. And another very special moment was when Aoi was talking about Himari, and her ear, her lion ear was just messing around. It was so cute. And again, KIRAKIRA Precure is just being such a heartwarming experience in general. Great characters, great setting. I love it so much. And the soundtrack on this episode was so on point. I loved it. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye!